Hey, I'm Bradley, guys, and welcome to I Play Through My Created Levels. This is Volume 3. Let's see. I have 11 new levels to play through. So let's just go ahead and get started. And I'll make sure the codes are up at the bottom, as you can see. Let's do it. So this one starts you out, you're in immediate danger, but as you can see you're really not because the helmet lands and you can just push these pals out of the way. It reacts a little differently in water than it does if you do it in dry land. I'm pretty sure I have levels where you actually do this as well on dry land. They bounce really fast and they keep knocking you down. In this you can just easily maneuver them. They bounce pretty high, they float, and you just push right through. So, it throws you down into here, you have multiple power-ups, multiple options to go, and I actually haven't played this level in a while, so I'm going to actually get the cape back. Now, as you can see, I got arrows going up and down there, and I have arrows pointed over here. I think I'm going to go ahead and... I'll go ahead and drop down here just so I'll show you what's down here, but I'm not going to use it. There's actually... clown cart chilling down here that you can grab, but I'm gonna fly because you can just fly over here to this door. And I didn't see what that comment was up there, so this drops you off in here. Now you got multiple ways to go here. You can grab this Yoshi, and when you come up and grab this Yoshi, I put him up there just so you'd see the door up there, so you can easily just fly up there with the Yoshi or without. But you can also drop down and there's a pipe there and you can fight Bowser. But I think I'm going to go ahead and fly. Oop, I messed that up. Scratch that, I'm going to go ahead and drop in here. And see, this takes you pretty much to nothing. It's just a room with... So you can go back down or you can go in one of these pipes. And it'll drop you back out here. So you can easily come in here and you can power up if you got made small. I think extra lives might... Oh, actually, no, it looks like it's just capes. So let's go ahead and fly correctly this time up to the top here and head out. Now, if you have the cape, you can do what I'm doing to make it a little bit quicker. I like to try and not get hit by the fireballs, but it happens sometimes. And then you're just working your way over here. And as you can see, somebody commented what the hell are you supposed to do here. And I actually put a spoiler comment up to answer him. But I thought people would see this and go, okay, I gotta hit this. And you see a bomb pops out. And you just wait. It blows up that, and then that red shell pops out and knocks down the vine for you. And you can just jump up. Now, I put arrows... I doubled up over here so it... You know, I was hoping people would say, oh, there's a helmet there, I gotta grab that helmet. And then I got some extra lives that pop out for you there. And then you just proceed. There's no way to say, like, first go this way and then go the other way. I guess without, like, writing in coins, but that's kind of hard to do in little spots. So you wait for the star to come down. And you can just drive through all these and get a whole bunch more extra lives that are... pretty much pointless, because I think you've easily made your 3 at this point if you're playing this on a 100-man challenge. But anyway, that's how that level goes. There's a couple ways to get through that flying part, but it all kind of leads to the same area. And this one's actually been doing okay. It's gotten a bunch of comments, and I think it's up to 15 stars? Yeah, 15 stars, so that's cool. So let's move on to Pipe Runner, which isn't doing as well, but still, I'll take 6 stars is pretty good, so I'll take that. So we start off here wall jumping up these pipes, and you have to be careful if you have too much momentum jumping up to this pipe. You'll go over and you'll hit the spikes. Now, I'm pretty sure you can just jump there and you'll make that easily. But you have to be careful because fireballs start falling and there's spikes down there. The key to this is to follow the coins. So I find it much easier. Instead of wall jumping off this last one, I find it easier to land up here and then start again. That way you can get a nice long jump and be way up, and there's no fireballs coming yet. Now we got a few different ways to beat this part. You see there's a P-switch there. So you can go up how it is right now. You can hit the P-switch and the coins will turn into bricks, and it makes it easier to, of course, run across here, but also to jump up here, which is actually what I'm going to do. Because it makes it closer together, so you can really fly up here. There's only one way to get up there, so all the rest of this is blocked off. And this is the main way to go. You can grab this helmet here. It'll make your life easier. But it also makes it so you can't get any of those coin blocks, so that's kind of a bummer. This is the main way, so it's actually really not that hard. I think if you go across the bricks, there might be a pipe or a door. I can't remember, and there's a little more you got to go through. But I try to make some, you know, quick, easy levels. I don't want all my levels to be, you know, total ball busters. So that one's only got 6 stars, just like this next one, Ghost Guard Pass. And I honestly barely remember this one, so let's make our way through it. Oh yeah, well, that's why I called it Ghost Guard Pass, because that guy's just sitting there waiting for you. And I put the wings on him because it seems like they move a lot faster with the wings. See if I can bring this guy back over here. Let's go underneath them. Watch out for Merlin here, or whatever they're called. So I'm going to start making my way up these blue platforms. And then you got Koopa waiting up here for you. Oh. So here's where I got my little Koopa trap. You ride this thing back and forth, and the 2 cannons that you release by jumping up to the trap just pummel Koopa. And I made it so if you fall down in there and you can't get past Koopa, like, you know, you're small and you're getting crushed, that you can easily go through that door down there. It'll pop you back out at the top so you can start again. But I'm going to make sure I jump in the right place so I can easily just walk through and take them out. And there's also a little puzzle up there in the right-hand corner to get through as well. You take the coin away and then you hit a P-switch and then you can fall through. So there's 2 ways to get through here, too. I think the Koopa trap's the funnest, though. That's another quick one. So let's move on to Fish Blaster, which actually wasn't doing well when I first put it up. Oh, look, somebody actually just played it. Anyway, it wasn't doing well when I first put it up, but it seems to be picking up, so that's cool. So this level has, I believe, 3 different ways to get through. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the big boot path, is my plan. The problem is I waited way too long and now the place is completely full of fishes. But here we go, we should be able to get up here and get moving. Oh, I forgot about that fish. Yeah, I totally forgot about that fish, man. He just crushed me. So let's go the other way if we can. Nope. Too many fishes. See, if you hesitate too long in this level, the place just gets full of fishes. But I did destroy the cannons. I don't know if you noticed when I hit. Let me start this over. This is actually cool. I want to show you when I hit the P switch, you can actually get rid of all those cannons, which I forgot about, which is why I called it Fish Cannon. That's funny that I forgot about it. Let me destroy these fishes and then I'll start making my way up with the boot. You can also just fly out this way if you want. But I'm going to take the boot path. So I use it's the wing boots. So you have to do the float to get up to these points. Until you get to this point, then you can just jump around pretty easily. As you can see, I actually put another boot up there, just in case you lose it on the last set of spikes. That way you can load up. But I'm going to go ahead and just move on. I'm not even going to bother with Bowser Jr. So we'll just keep rolling in the boot. I forget what I have in here. Oh, another boot. I try to make it so just in case you lose your boot, you can easily get another one. Because that happens. Oh, man. So, we have no choice now but to fight Bowser. So let's go ahead and change to the fire. And I believe I put another fire flower up there, but it might be a boot, which I'll check after I beat Bowser. As you can see, there's tons of stuff going on below me. That's the easiest path for this level. Down below there, because you pick up a star as soon as you come in, and you just crush you crush like 20 dudes and get a ton of 1-ups. Oh, run for your life, Mario. Yeah, it might be easier if I just chill here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's see what's in here. Yeah, I thought so. Another fire plant. I'm trying to remember. No, there's nothing up there. Okay. So, yeah, I just give you 2 power-ups. You gotta fight Bowser. And, of course, you can just run past them. I would say that's the hardest way to get through. The bottom part's easier. And taking the spike path is probably, like, the medium. But anyway, that's Fish Blaster. Let's see what's up here next. The long slide. And this is my most popular now. It's taken over Battle in the Sky. And it's gotten to 18 pretty quickly. I don't think this level's been up for too long. A couple of my friends said they also like this level the best too. And I think it's pretty fun as well. So let's get into it. And I start you right out with the tail. And as you can see, there's a conveyor belt. You can't jump up. You don't want to jump up into that saw blade, and I have the arrow pointing down because I want you to duck, so. You jump right in, and the momentum will carry you. Sometimes the springs will react a little differently, but they always eventually shoot you out, so it's best just to hold down and keep sliding. Now, there's this part. You see more spikes, and of course you can jump up here. And I got some stuff over here. Let's see what's in this one. And I got a star here. That's cool. Just in case you're having problems. But I'm just gonna go ahead and slide. And you spring, and that part's pretty much automatic. Now you have to hold down and hold over on that part to jump and to continue to have momentum to slide under that spike. And that's where it's not automatic anymore. You're not just sliding. So here's another part. I put arrows to tell you to go down, and then I put diagonal arrows to tell you to jump across. If you fall down, you can still easily make it. I mean, you can come over here, and you could have landed on these, and, you're good. You can just run through here and jump over. I mean, you're going to get hit, but you're still alive. And that's the end of it. Over here, they just shoot a bunch of stuff out at you, and you kill a bunch of Koopas. So that's a quick one, but it's pretty fun. It's fun sliding on the ice, and I kind of wanted to make a level that would teach you about momentum on ice. Of course, if you're little, you don't have to bother ducking or really sliding, and you can just run through. But I do lace the level with constant power-ups that kind of force you to have to duck under the spikes. So move on to Dry Bone Beach, which is doing okay. It's got 8 stars. And I think this is a quick one as well, but don't quote me on that. We'll see. So I start you out. There's only one way to go. You just run. And then I'm like, jump. You get those mushrooms. And then you want to spin immediately. And this will throw you on here. You pick up the helmet. And then you're stuck in here. So the only way to go is through these. And here, I remember earlier I was talking about thwomp-proof helmets and how it reacts on land. See, they come down a lot faster. So if you if you move out and you hit the sides of them, you'll lose your helmet. So you got to be careful. But the key to this is just to jump through them and spin up. I mean, that's. And if I would have just kept running, that hole wouldn't have appeared. But I wanted to stop and show how the thwomps, react to your helmet out on regular areas. So anyway, that's Dry Bone Beach, and there's a few different ways to get through that level as well. But I just showed you the quickest. So let's move on to another sliding level, because I like the one so much I decided to make another one. And this one's not doing as well. But it's only been up for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 days, so I have to give it some time. So as you can see, there's only one way to go. Now, obviously, again, you can make yourself little and make this easy, but I'm going to try to stay fire flower the whole time. So that carries you all the way over, and I thought that was pretty cool. And so I wanted to show that you could actually slide a pretty long way. Now, I make it so if you get hit that you are forced to power up there. And I tried to show that you want to come over this way and then jump at this diagonal. And here's another forced duck part. And there's going to be a lot of momentum to keep in this part, or you'll die. So you need to keep your momentum going, and you slide all the way through. And I don't know if people watching will notice that there was 2 spiked shells chasing you the whole time too. So if you don't keep your momentum going, they will catch up with you. Now here, you're forced to hold down to go through here, and you get starred up. And this is where it turns from a sliding level into a star, spike dash level. So I grabbed those stars up there, because that's a little trick to beating this part, and I also make it so you have to power up to come through here too. But if you grab that second set of stars, which are running on a track, you have plenty of star to come in here and just crush Bowser. If not, I give tons of mushrooms, so you shouldn't die, and if you roll in with the fire flower, you can fight him, of course. Now there's 2 ways to get through this little puzzle right here. You can do this with a little stall jump at the end of it. Gives you enough momentum to stay up there. Or you can come down here, and of course you're big because mushrooms are coming out, and then that releases these, and then you can easily just, spin jump up there. Anyway, this forces you to get a bunch of coins, and that's the end of the level. I just wanted to make a sliding / dashing level, I guess, because I hadn't made too many dash levels at that point. So that's just add ice. That's crazy. People are playing it, as I'm going through. Oh, wait. This guy's playing. But let's go ahead and jump into Running Star. This level is a dash level, but it forces you to wait. So, as soon as that happens, you can only go one way, and that shell gets so close, but I try to make it so the star is sitting there for you. And I don't know if people will know to hit those, or they'll run into this trap and you can't go back, but I was hoping that people will be jumping around and stuff and they'll notice. Now here's another forced trap. Now you got 1 block up here that you can hit. It's a star. But I tried to show that with all these other stars, that there's other stars to find. And now this part's easy. If you're starred up, you just take everything out and you wait. I put a diagonal arrow up there to show you that the easiest way to beat this is to come up here and just wait. And then it switches over. Let the shell go past you. And then you can just sit here and the shell just keep bouncing off. And you can sit here and grab a couple extra ones if you want. Extra ones. Extra lives if you want. And then you can hop up here and get another extra life. But at this point, I think I've already given you like 10. So it's kind of pointless. You're really only doing it for points. So that level, the key to it is to follow the coins, find the stars, and when you can run, definitely run. Let's see what's up next here. We got Big Boot Stomping, and I made this level to show off a thing I made a tips video about, the fact that you can do boot stomps. It has to be the big boot, though. The little boot won't stomp. You jump up here, grab this mushroom. Then you kill him off, grab the boot. Then you come down here and you grab the shell. You can only grab the shell. You won't jump up there and get stuck. Now the point of this is to make it through here. If you don't have all 3, or I'm sorry, not all. Yeah, you know what? Let me correct that. All 3 of the items, because you have to have the mushroom to get the boot. So if you don't have all 3 of the items, you can't make it through these spikes. But since you do have it, you can easily just run through, and they don't affect you at all, which I think is funny. But anyway, go through here and proceed. Watch out for those ghosts. And then you got the big boot that pops out, which is pretty easy to get. He actually switches the P switch on, which keeps more boot guys from coming out while you're trying to grab them. But once you have the big boot, you can start heading up this direction. I probably should have put some arrows in here, and I might have to go back and correct that. But anyway, you get to this point, and you're like, oh, what do I do? There's no turtle shells, I can't hit any of these coins. But you may notice there's 2 empty spaces, and that's so you can boot stomp. If you boot stomp through there, it knocks out the bombs and obviously blows it up. Now make sure you don't boot stomp again when you get here though, because that'll go through and kill the bombs, and then you're stuck and you'll have to restart. But anyway, you jump down, follow the coins, and you still have your helmet, so these guys are no problem. And I put a ton of arrows here to show you that you want to go up. There's a few different ways you can beat this part. You can go through the door, and that'll pop you down at the bottom. Or you can jump up through this pipe. And that's a little bit of an easier method to beat it, but I'm going to go ahead and do the part at the bottom. And I give you a boot here because you have to have a boot for this part. Because you get to this part and you can't make it up here without the boot. So you got to do the boot double jump. And platforms start falling immediately. But that's how you beat that part. To go through the secret part, it puts you in a piped area where there's some thwomps to kill. And it's easier because you can roll in with the helmet you've already got, or that red helmet that pops out of the pipe that you actually go through. I prefer to do the first method that I showed. I just think that's a little more challenging and fun. I just put the other one in there just in case people were having trouble with the other part. But let's keep it moving. We're going to go on to Pout Block Pass, which I just put up a day or two ago. These top 2 here are my newest ones. Let's see. This one you need to keep moving in parts too. I've been making more levels where running's involved. So you get up here and you just get moving, and these thwomps start sending these coins off like crazy. And I'll just keep running, and you get to this point, and those cannons couldn't do nothing to you. You were ahead of them, and you were killing the fishes the whole way through. And you start heading up. Now it's blue platforms though, so I put these doors in here just in case you miss these jumps, but I'm going to try not to miss them. So you head up here. You have to keep momentum for that part to get up. And the key to this is to follow the coins, but it is tricky. So follow the coins down, miss all the saw blades, and here you can power up. So let's see here. Let me head out over here a little bit. So you can see, this thing shoots fishes, and you can ride. So you jump up. Now in here you can actually fly up if you want to, but I'm going to try and head down, because I want to do, which is actually the easiest and best way to do it. Because once you get here, you're grabbing stars, it's no problem. And then you can just make your way over and take out Koopa easily, because you're starred up. So head over, take them out. And that's definitely the easiest way to get them. But you can also skip Yoshi in the beginning part of that last trap and just fly over the whole thing. And then you can just fly over Koopa. That's also pretty easy if you're good at flying. But I wanted to show the way if you ride the cannon through the spikes, because I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, let's move on to my newest and last level for this edition. Cape Escape. And we've only had 2 people play it. I don't think any of them have beaten it. Let's take a look. Nah, nobody's beaten it yet. It just, I just put it up, so it hasn't been getting that much play, and all my friends haven't even played it yet. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So you start off here. All these blocks are feathers, which you'll realize after you hit a couple, but you got turtles pouring out here, and you can only head down, and there's spike guys in your way. And all these things drop feathers. But the key to this thing is to grab one of these shells, if I can ever get one. There we go. Head up here, and you need to be standing here. If you're too close, it'll just bounce back. You stand here and you release. And that gives you a ton of 1-ups, and then you head down, and I have a little shell catch there for you. So basically that's just, I thought that was a cool little puzzle to get a ton of 1-ups and to head down into this doorway. And the key to this level is knowing how to use all the different shell, or different ways of throwing shells. So in the first one, and this one I wanted to show off how you can throw a shell up to do certain things. So you can do that, or you can do that. And I believe there might even be a way to fly up in this level. Let me see if I can get myself flying. Yeah, I think you can do it if you time it just right, but I'm going to go ahead and do the easy way, just riding the vine. So you can jump up, and now you got arrows pointing up and a big line of coins that I just jumped through. But that's actually where you want to throw your shell. Let me get up here, really hit it, because that'll bring down another vine for you to jump up on. I will show off one of my secrets. I put a coin here, and I threw a cloud up just in case people are having trouble with this vine part. That way you can easily just ride the cloud up there. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the jumping way. And you do it just like that. You just get off to the edge and then you jump over. So I put 1,000,000 arrows here, so I'm hoping people will know that you want to get running. And the key to this next part coming up is picking which line of coins to fly along, because I have two, they're basically like traps. They're going to catch you, and I'm going to go for the top platform. Hopefully I'll get it. So you ride, so if you're too low, you'll get stuck down in that other doorway, but because I landed on this one, I can take the top path. And this path throws you into a conveyor belt with a ton of stuff and gives you the option to just fly through here with the star, take out Bowser, and then land over here and easily get the goal. And I just wanted to show a part where you can get flying really fast and you can just crush a bunch of guys and you can easily fly, because most of my flying levels are kind of tricky. You're going between stars and, or I'm sorry, you're going between spikes and enemies, and there's all kinds of parts where you have to dive really quick. So I wanted to put a, you know, a fun flying level, and I hope I was able to succeed with this level. There's two different flying paths in the middle that you can take, and one is easier than the other. Obviously, the top path is tricky because there's gaps and you can't really see what you're doing because you're up at the top edge of the screen. The middle level is way easier to fly, and it gives you a few different options. But anyway, that's going to be it for Volume 3. If you want to play my levels, you can follow me on Twitter at @BradleyGuise. You can obviously subscribe on here. I'd appreciate it. And like this if you dug it.